I asked for one thing for my birthday. I wanted a cake with candles. And I told my husband this. And a couple of times he asked me what kind of cake I wanted. And both times I said, you know what, I make so many decisions. I really just want to have to not think about it. I like anything, so this isn't some kind of test or challenge, like literally just get whatever kind of cake and I'll be happy. And he doesn't like decisions. And so he had a hard time with that. But he did it. He did it. And so this is my birthday cake. This is my birthday cake. It's a dinosaur, but it kind of looks like an alligator, which is why he got it, because my daughter loves alligators.
From what I gather, that man did exactly what was asked of him, and your daughter definitely has her daddy wrapped around her little finger because she got what she wanted. And what she wanted is exactly what she thinks that her mommy wants. It's so sweet. And look, no shade to this creator because she ends up saying that she loves the cake, but that is not everyone's opinion in the comments, unfortunately. This is what happens when you put something out there that you think is positive about your relationship on social media, is that somebody always out there has something negative to nitpick about it and say about it. And unfortunately, that happens so often when women are putting out there something positive about something that their man did for them. Bottom line is that when it happens to a good man in a good relationship, it's kind of messed up.
Let me explain something to y'all about this whole passport bro thing. Because a lot of y'all are really upset about this passport bro thing. But I'm going to explain to y'all why it's happening. The reason the passport bro thing is happening is because outside the United States, whether you're looking for love or you're looking for just, you go outside the United States, everything is a lot simpler. Everything is a lot cheaper. So a lot of these dudes is like, I could just travel to another country, whether I'm looking for a wife or I'm looking to just have fun, I could go elsewhere and do this with less headache, with less mouth, less problems. So, you know, dudes they got their passports and they out because it's too much work over here. It's too much complications. It's too much interference. It's too much entitlement. So dudes is like, I ain't got to put up with all the shenanigans that I got to do here in the U.S. I ain't even got to spend that amount of money. Matter of fact, I could spend the same amount of money and have a better outcome somewhere else. So that's what they doing. So this is why passport bros is happening. Y'all getting upset, but y'all making it hard.
The more time you spend alone with yourself, the more time that you will be able to understand who you are. When I mean understand who you are, I'm talking about without any outside interference, without any friends, without any peer pressure of wanting to be like someone else. The more time you spend alone, you're going to figure out, okay, what your purpose is. And I say that because of this. God will talk to you. You start seeking in those moments of not having any outside distractions. What happens is things become clear. Clarity sets in. And you're able to make decisions not based on what you saw that day or what you heard that day or what that person may have said to you. You're able to make decisions based on how you feel internally.
If a woman's submission is based on a man's leadership, then what is his ability to lead based on? Trip?
His ability to submit. I think we've already established that tone in this conversation. I think in order to be an effective leader, you need to know when to move out the way.
Oh, that's good. I like
because,
that.
You know, and it's not to refute what anybody else is saying, but I don't think it's always the man who has the vision in a relationship, and I don't think it's always him that's supposed to. If let's say my lady is a lawyer, she pulling in 150 a year. The vision is clear. We're gonna need a few more years of what you got going on before we start talking about who I'm supposed to be and what I got going on. And if I need to lead by moving out of her way so she can accomplish some things to better us, then I need to be strong enough to do that. So I think a lot of men lead from an egotistical place where it's about what I want, not about what we need.
But you ain't really good. We never learned before.
Look at that, a girl leaving the only guy who would absolutely do anything for her, even after she's destroyed him. You know what? This is one of the biggest mistakes men make. We get so obsessed with the idea of winning a girl back after they leave us, after they cheat on us, that will still provide for them financially, will still provide emotional support to them, go over their house and fix up anything that needs fixed, or shovel their driveway, cut their grass. You're still serving them as if they're your girlfriend or your wife, even though she has told you that she doesn't want that anymore. And all that's gonna do is show her that she can still have all the benefits that she enjoys from you being her husband without any of the commitments on her end. Do you think that's gonna make her wanna get back together with you? This complete lack of boundaries is just gonna pull you deeper into the darkness and confusion as to why she's leaving you. The only way she's ever going to realize that she still needs you and wants to be with you is if you cut everything off and show her what life is like without you. Stay strong, Kings.
5 signs that your man is not okay. Suddenly, वो emotionally unavailable हो जाता है. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है that he has stopped loving you. वो एक constant pressure में है, जो वो समझा नहीं पा रहा है. वो हर छोटी चीज़ पे irritate हो जाता है, गुस्सा हो जाता है. क्योंकि जब एक इंसान constant stress में रहता है, तो सबसे पहले उसका emotional patience जाने लगता है. वो खामोश हो जाता है, अपने दिन के बारे में, काम के बारे में, प्रॉब्लम्स के बारे में बात नहीं करता. या तो वो बहुत सोने लगता है या उसकी रातों की नींद गायब हो जाती है, क्योंकि आपकी बॉडी कांस्टेंट स्ट्रेस, प्रेशर, एंजाइटी की तरफ रिएक्ट करने लगती है. आप कभी भी उससे पूछो हाउ आर यू फीलिंग, वो सडनली बोल देगा आई एम फाइन, और वो उस जवाब के पीछे छुप जाता है. क्योंकि आदमियों को यही सिखाया जाता है कि ये तुम्हारी बैटल है, तुम्हारी प्रॉब्लम है और तुम्हें अकेले ही सॉल्व करनी है, कोई और इसे सॉल्व नहीं कर सकता. और जब कभी ऐसा हो, जस्ट टेल हिम वन थिंग, that whatever it is that's bothering him, you're always going to stand by him.
He's a great person. He's really such
Respect to that young lady and all her endeavors. But let's get to the point. It never mattered about being a good person to a woman. In that video, she just told the world that he taught her how to love. He gave her everything she wanted.
I absolutely never said that. You just put words in my mouth. So to start the video by saying all respect to that woman followed by a disrespectful act by putting words into my mouth lets me know that you have a low comprehension level. He gave her everything she ever wanted. I literally never said that. Absolutely never said that. And I just think that more people need to listen with their eyes closed. For sure. Because I don't know what's distracting you from the core message that was spoken so vividly. I iterated myself exactly how I meant. And yet somehow you're trying to interpret my words in a different way. Go back and listen to the video. With your eyes closed and with your mouth shut. Listen to comprehend, not to respond.
These are 4 behaviors that will make you irresistible to that good man. Guys, let me know what I'm missing. Number 1, you make that man feel like a priority. You don't give him a bunch of maybes or will sees when he's trying to make plans for you. Instead, you save those maybes for people that are less of a priority for you in your life. 2, you initiate with him. So what this looks like is you text him first, you might plan a date here and there, you might even take his shirt off first. 3, you get him to open up in conversations, which means that you actually take an interest in his life. Even asking a very open-ended question like, how was your day? And then actually listening to him can make a huge impact because it means that you want to know just as much about him as he does you. Lastly, number 4, you are steady in your level of interest for him. You are not hot one moment and cold the next. Because what that does to him is it gives him peace. He knows right before he's about to see you what kind of mood you're going to be in. He knows that you still like him. He doesn't have to feel anxious and he doesn't have to do do anything to prove his love to you in order for you to still be together.
And, the clip that Emily was talking about where she told her husband, you know what, just pick whatever cake you want. I just want a cake with candles. I'm tired of making decisions. And so Emily's right. What he probably did is he took his daughter and he said, what cake do you think that mommy would want? Let's go get mommy a birthday cake. And I want this one. I want this one. Kids ain't worried about nobody else but themselves. And so he got that. And his wife was like, this is what he got. This is what he got. You, like Emily said, you should blame your daughter because that's what your daughter wanted. That's what your daughter wanted. But then, of course, like she said, the internet, modern women are always going to attack. They're always going to think that the man is the problem. He's gaslighting you. He's a narcissist. He did this to play in your face and all that other nonsense. I'm recalling there was, I think, a woman that was crossing the finish line, and the man, the husband, allowed her kids to run out on the road in the pathway, and she was close to winning. And obviously women in the hell, he hates you, he playing this, anything to ruin her moment. But it came out, I think, that she had actually told him to be there at the end to throw the kids, send the kids out. I'm going to cross the finish line with the kids. Because everybody, there were a lot of women talking about, why didn't you just let the kids, let the kids cross, like when she crossed the finish line, just send the kids out. She was saying, no, that's actually what I wanted. But that was me thinking that I wasn't going to finish first. When I started to finish first and there were people behind me, then I changed my mind. Right. So it's not really the man's fault. Oh, well, he should have still had the common sense. No, he shouldn't have. That was their plan. When I come close to the finish line, throw the kids out so I can grab them and I can run across the finish line, and it's going to be a picture perfect moment for me. Men are not trying to ruin your lives.
When I got divorced, I could have pointed out all the things that she did wrong and all the things that she did to me. I could have played the victim because I ended up filing for divorce after she left and we separated. I could have just sat there and played victim. I could have pointed the finger at her and said, she did this, she did that, she did this. And I would have been right, and I would have sounded right for my side of the story. But I didn't choose that, because if I'm going to go off and continue to live my life and be good for someone else, most importantly, be good for myself and be good enough to go build the life that I want, I had to be accountable and look at myself. What did I do to contribute to that situation unfolding like it did? What did I do to hurt myself, hurt other people? I turned to myself. And when I turned to myself, that made me go right back to my childhood. That's when I got into therapy. That's when I started to work out, read, educate myself, and I started a journey of personal development because I wanted to be better. That was my second long-term relationship. I wasn't finna have a third one where I have the exact same problems. I looked at myself. I made sure that I did what I had to do to get me better. I got in shape. I got smarter. I got wiser. I made more money. I learned more about myself, which means I got more self-aware. All that. I just became a better man. Doing all this, I wasn't worrying about the other person. I was worrying about me. So when life kick your ass, when you go through divorce, breakups, when you go through anything, be accountable and turn within. Turn within yourself.
I can't be at the bar all the time. Where are other places to freestyle with 50 plus men? Everywhere. Men, 50-year-old men old people don't hang out in clubs or bars. They're in restaurants. They're, having lunch. They're at the golf course. They're at Home Depot so they can fix up their house. They're at galas, fundraisers, kids. They're at social events and things like that. You gotta get out there. You can't just go to bars. You gotta get in the rich area. Everything in the rich area, people are gonna frequent on the weekend when they have a lot of free time during the day. So at night, most old people are going to frequent on the weekend when, they have a lot of friends and things like that. You gotta get out there. You can't just go to bars. You gotta get in the rich area. Everything in the rich area, people are going to frequent on the weekend when, they have a lot of free time during the day. So at night, most old people are going to be in their house. Okay, if they're not dating or at a function, old people don't get out of their house unless they have something to do, an event or something. Someone said wine tasting. Museums, resorts, watching the news.
So I'm sitting outside of my attorney's office after a 2.5-year separation. Just finally signed the paperwork to file for divorce. I don't want to talk about the past. It's not about the past. This is about me finally making the decision that I have to just kind of draw a line in the sand for myself. I'm 50 years old and I'm starting over financially, physically, like my health. Really kind of just at life. I don't have all the answers. I'm nervous, I'm scared. There's lots of things I'm just really nervous about, especially at this stage of my life. But I just wanted you to know that if you're going through something similar, you're not alone.
Like a traditional man, a man that'll take me out, encourage me to be a better person, things of that nature, not like the new age 50-50 thing going on. I'm sorry, but that's just personal preference.
Okay. Questions here?
Yes, I believe earlier you were saying you don't want to do the 50-50 thing, so what do you bring to the table in a relationship?
To the table in a relationship? I think... You got it, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I honestly bring everything. Not in the sense of completing you in any way, shape, or form. I am who I am as an individual, and I can add to you in different ways. Whether you want to build a business, I can add to you in that way of teaching you how to communicate with other people, other clients, how to do emails. I have multiple degrees, so I'm able to just help you out in that area. Type up essays if you need essays. If you need the books done, I can do those for you as well, too. I feel like that's where a woman is able to give. Cooking, keeping things clean, like washing, things of that nature, to where you don't have to worry about anything but going to work.
What is the fastest way to ruin a marriage? This is a no-brainer. It's so easy. One partner outspends the other. Then you get financial stress. Then you get divorced. The number one reason for marriages breaking up, or decoupling as it's known, is money, not infidelity. That's really what it's about. Basically, you put so much pressure on a marriage when you can't pay your credit card off that you start to really dislike each other. It's the beginning of the end, and it's stupid. Figure out who you're marrying first. Make sure that you both have the same financial goals and that she or he will not, or whoever the significant partner is, won't outspend you. That you both know what you're doing every month, and you will live together happily forever. It's all about the money. It always is. And people that say it isn't are full of poo-poo.
Hey, excuse me. No, I'm not gonna lie, I only came here because I thought you were pretty.
Direct and bold. Girls love that.
Really? I just want to introduce myself to you. What's your name?
Cassandra.
Cassandra, nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you.
You been here for a while already? Izzy.
Izzy, nice to meet
You
you.
have a nice smile, so contagious.
Thank you, you did too.
What ethnicity are you? I can tell you're like Hispanic.
Assuming things about the girl instead of asking is a very powerful way to make the conversation flirty.
Look, I don't want to take too much of your time. Is it cool if I can get your number?
Instead of asking for the number, just say, give me your number and we'll hang out. Assuming the close makes it much more likely you actually close.
How old are you?
Oh yeah, that's a good question, huh? How old are you?
It's automatically call.
How old are you?
No, wait, what'd you say?
How old are you?
Oh, I'm old enough.
How old?
Why?
I just want to know.
Is that a question like for the day or for right now? I asked you first.
I'm 20.
You're 20?
Yeah.
You're too young.
By disqualifying her, saying she's too young, he flips the script. Suddenly, she's the one that needs to prove herself to him. Overall, super solid. 8.7 out of 10.
Does body count matter?
For any man who says it doesn't, I would ask you, would you be okay with your wife having had intimacy with 2,000 men? Okay, what about 1,000? What about 500? What about 100? What about 50? What about 10? There is a number that most people have, and that varies individually. For some people, it's 0. For some people, it's whatever. I am not a fan of telling women what they should or shouldn't do. I'm not a fan of telling men what they should or shouldn't do either. I believe in individual happiness. I don't believe in dogmas. I don't believe in an authoritative argument. We do it because this is the way it's always been done. That's a logical fallacy. The argument has to make sense in and of itself, pardon me. And individual happiness requires individual rules. But obviously the past matters. You just have to kind of find a range as a man with what you're okay with. And you don't have to justify yourself, and you don't have to explain that to anybody. The only thing you cannot do is lie to yourself about what you're okay with and what you aren't.
My fellas, my boys, my grown men, stop the simping. If nobody ain't told you, I'll be the one to tell you. You these girls' mentality up. You got a goddamn regular thinking she deserve everything in the world. You got women thinking they don't have to work for high quality men. You got women thinking they deserve their lifestyle catered to because they're pretty. You got women thinking all these irrational, unlogical ass things because y'all is tricking on a woman. Stop being so desperate. Stop being so simp. You it up for real women and for real come to you. Oh yeah, my last never had a bad. You was the first one. Of course he did that. Like, y'all got to realize these be so desperate they'll do anything to keep you, baby. But that don't mean the real gonna do that. Real not going for that. Real not doing all that simp shit because the real want to see the energy is mutual. Real not gonna be okay with getting used and if you a woman that really like a you're not even gonna be okay with that. Stop the simping. If you genuinely love a girl and it ain't coming with extra intents or extra motives, stop the simping, bro. You're gonna get everything you need out the situation. All that simping and buy your this and buy your that. Buy your mama something first. Buy your dog something first. Stop buying this for this butt and this gonna go ASAP. Y'all tripping out here, boy. You niggas is different.
And there was a man talking about what is it that I can do? What is it that I can glean from my divorce and the things that I did wrong? How can I, basically get better? How can I move past? Because I want to be in another relationship. How can I move past? I end up filing. I filed for divorce after we separated, but I didn't want that to hold me back, saying, "Oh, she did this and she did that." That's what I recommend, and I encourage all men to do, is to look at themselves. That's what I had to do. Because I was making the argument. I said, man, I was right about this. I was right about that. And this and that. And I was right about it. But then there were some areas where, it was like, well, you kind of disrespectful over here. Right. And, you was kind of like flippant about, whatever she had going on in that situation. Right. That ain't to take away from your points, because, if we want to call it 50-50, we can call it 50-50. But for your half, what you was wrong, you need to go back and apologize. And that's what I ended up doing. Going back and apologizing. And I moved on with my life. Said, whatever they got going on, didn't ever receive an apology. Whatever they got going on, that ain't nothing I can do about it. I done moved on, started improving in a lot of areas. And it's probably because I learned to look at myself and say, man, you need to take accountability for this right here. I know it probably doesn't feel good, but you be the bigger man. You go out there and handle your business and move on with your life, man. Now, when you get into another relationship, somebody asks you about that, You say, man, I did everything I could. I left all the cards on the table. I went back and tried to make things right. And that woman's going to look and see, and like, oh, so, he is aware. He does think. He is able to apologize. So even though the relationship went south or it didn't last, I might give this guy a chance. I like his self-awareness. I like that he learned a lesson.
Once you got to start setting boundaries, she already out the door. She already out the door, man. Once you got to start checking her, once you got to start saying, hey, ho, that means she already lost respect for you. She already looking at somebody else, right? Because I'm going to tell you something. When a woman looks at you and say, this is the one, like this is the man that's going to lead me to promise, she's going to show up as the best version of herself. Because she know, hey, he's already pre-selected. And so I got to be on my A game because there's a whole lot of other women who want him. So I gotta be on my A game. So if you got to start checking her, she done already checked out. All right. Save your breath, bro. Stop sending them long text messages. Stop texting back and forth. Just say, you know what? The best man won.
Hey, what are you doing? I came out to check on you.
Huh?
What are you doing? Thought you were working.
I'm looking at this.
What is it?
It's wire. It's a spool of wire. And I'm almost out of it. Can you see the spool of wire?
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost out of it.
Okay.
And I've had this spool of wire for like 40 years. I bought it like this it's not a long time ago, but it's like 40 years of my life is in the wire that's gone. Does that make sense? This is what's left. Does that make sense?
Sorry to hear that, and I'm sad for you, but you're wearing your Jets hat, and I'm a little concerned right now that you're wearing your Jets hat. I thought that's why you were crying.
Okay, I'm done.
Can I ask you something? What role did you play in your own life, and are you being accountable, or are you playing the victim? Did y'all fall out, or did they fall out with you? Because there's clearly a difference, and not being self-aware of how you show up means you'll never learn the lesson on how the lack of accountability affects others. At some point, you have to stop playing the victim and be honest about how you show up and what you have done, because creating false narratives to save your ego will always leave you discovered by others who find the common truth in you. Stop playing yourself and be honest. You can lie to others, but you should never lie to yourself. Now tell me again, what role did you really play?
Lots of gringos will go to Rio de Janeiro to try to date or marry a Brasileira, which is like looking for a future wife in Las Vegas. Instead, go to Guyana. It's very religious, conservative, has strong family values with one of the highest marriage rates in all of Brazil. It's also known by Brazilians as one of the cities with the hottest women, primarily white or mixed. Manaus has similar values, but with an indigenous look. Belém for a mixed Brasileira of Porto. Porto Alegre if you want a white Brasileira from these areas in Europe. And Curitiba if you want a conservative white Brasileira from this area in Europe. Outside of Brazil, in Argentina, I'll go to San Miguel de Tucumán for a mixed Argentina. And Mendoza for a conservative white.
I have one question for you. Why do you know all of this? Actually, no, I have another question. How do you know all of this? Do you have a master's degree in passport bros? I know, what is this?
If you ask me out and you're a millionaire, I'll say yes.
If they're not a millionaire?
Then we can be friends. If he doesn't own a house that's over $7 million, I won't date him. I just have, goals and expectations and boundaries, and this is what I strive for.
What are the other criteria that you're looking for in a guy?
I want someone that's successful,
Sure.
motivated, influential,
Okay.
good values.
Minimum height?
Actually, I'm okay with the guy being short as long as he's rich.
Is this still catching up?
Did you want Santa Claus to come down your chimney too?
Happy to take you out.
Yeah?
I also. I guess, yeah.
Okay.
My first date idea would be.
No.
Huh?
Him, not you. Never. Him.
Okay. Yeah.
How much can you guys lift?
Very. Twice my body weight, actually. I'm very proud of that.
Okay. The tall one.
No, come on. Him over me. Dude, no, stop. How tall?
5'5", 5'6" on a good day.
So who do you think a guy that is 5'7"?
No.
Never.
No. My minimum is 5'10".
5'10".
Yeah.
Can you 5 pounds?
Yeah. It's okay to have skin. If that's what she likes, that's what she likes. Tall. Tall. Tall.
Would you rather go for someone short? Someone short who is the perfect guy. Or
He's not perfect, is he?
a tall and huge guy.
A lot of the men that I used to be attracted to, they don't got ugly as and they think you say that women hit the wall fast, but they hit the wall fast. I'm talking about gaining weight, bare bellies, receding hairlines.
Well, that's the problem. Y'all always worried about these physical features. People are going to change. People look like one thing in their 20s and they look like another thing in their 40s and their 50s and 60s. So if that's what you basing everything on about dating people, then baby, you going to be single by yourself because that changes. Shit drop and everything. That's a part of life. Getting old.
And overall, just not taking care of themselves. So if anything, it's really men that need to be in the gym, starting at a young age.
Girl, what? No, it's these women that need to get in the gym because men, baby, they can go in the gym and in 6 months they ass then slimmed up. Us women, we go to the gym and that shit take about 6 years. So no, everybody just needs to take care of themselves in general. Like it's not a man or a woman, it's everybody in general needs to take care of themselves. Period, point blank.
These men need to get their asses in the gym. Cause like, you can look at a man and tell that he don't take care of himself.
And this is one of those situations where the pot is calling the kettle black.
You know, when I thought about this in the beginning, I thought about, does body count really matter? Like if we actually knew the amount of people that our partner was with, or even in date, let's say we going on a date with somebody and their body count number was over their head, would that really matter or would it not matter? I think when it comes to a man, it's all about intention, right? If you see a woman, like you always say, if you see a woman and you want to, you know, put claim to her, make her your wife or whatever, you don't care about her past.
You don't want her with nobody else that claim to her.
That claim to her.
Because if I'm free and I like her, I'm going out.
But if that number is 945,
I'm now.
You see what I'm saying? Because does that matter? If it's a high number for a man.
You for women, does that matter? Are you saying does it matter if a man has?
I'm saying for you, if you know a man has a large
number of body,
does that matter for you?
I feel like that's so. If it's crazy, I do think that's a little like.
Can you give me a number like what's crazy?
I don't know. How bad does it get?
Just for my mind's sake, can you give me the number? What was the large number that he had?
Yeah, don't nobody know.
Was it over 100?
I think he said it was like a close to 100 or something. He was like, well, I don't really know. And I was just like,
large.
Wow.
Over 100 is large.
To me, it is.
Okay.
The only thing, like the reason why I don't have sympathy for girls when they keep complaining about getting dogged, beat on, cheated on, being single mothers, is because y'all just ignoring the good. I can't feel bad for a girl who tells me, I'm hungry, I'm starving, I haven't eaten in 6 weeks. Keep saying, hey, eat this pizza. I don't want pizza. Pizza nasty to me. You ain't that hungry then. So when a girl is complaining, I want a good guy. I just want a guy who loves me, treats me right, takes me on dates, tells me I'm beautiful, doesn't cheat on me, doesn't leave me, treats me like a princess. And then some nigga come offer that, but you say, you know what? You're 5'8". I don't want that. I can't feel bad when the 6'5" punch you in your chin. I can't feel bad for you. I can't have sympathy because you're turning down the good guys. You're turning down the guy the exact you're saying you want. You get him and you turn him down. You look at him and say, you know what? We should probably just be friends. Okay, but you want to get by the who's nothing like you said you liked. That's your fault then. That I can't have sympathy for it. You're turning down the good guys. The guys that you're saying is good. Like, if I say, like me personally, I say I want a soft girl. I say I want a really soft, innocent girl who doesn't do all that rada, yada, yada. You know, a nurturing girl. The one nurturing girl I met in my life, I made her my girlfriend. The one soft girl I met in my life, I made her my girlfriend. Like, I didn't pass up on it. Now, what I've been looking for since then, I need another soft girl. If I can't find another soft girl, I don't cut. I go on by my day. Y'all complain about what y'all want and you get it and be like, I don't want this shit. And then complain, oh my God, no one's giving me this. No, you turned it down. Bring a soft, nurturing girl my way, and I'm going to accept it immediately.
And I like what the guy said. If you have to teach her respect, and I think that's different, because I was going to make a point, but I think teaching somebody respect is different from them, kind of making a mistake and crossing a boundary. Well, I didn't know that was your boundary, but I respect it. If you have to argue her down about a boundary, it's like, hey man, I really don't like people. I really don't like people tickling my feet. And she violates that, bro. What are you even doing with her? I don't like anybody, smelling my armpits. She violates that boundary, bro. What are you even doing with her? So, all in all, he's right. If you have to teach her, hey, this is what respect is, and she's not getting it, then you just let her go. Whenever she finds somebody else, you just say, the best man won. The best man won. I'm going in a different direction.
I've known a lot of girls who've been talking to men and gotten them to buy plane tickets and been like, oh yeah, I will come see you. And once they get the tickets, it's blocked.
What?
I did that. It's so, yeah.
Hold on. Tell me about this.
They weren't talking to men. They weren't talking to men.
Whatever. They got their plane tickets, so
Yeah.
whoever they were talking to, it worked.
That's called a simp. SIMP.
Are you a red pill guy?
I don't know. I'm more like just the truth dude. I don't prescribe any pills. I just go with the truth.
I love it.
No, I'm gonna be so angry. I'm gonna be so mean. Okay.
Oh,
but
really? Why you
we
gonna be
can
mean?
go.
Why? See? Why?
Because
let me tell you where you're messing up. Let me tell you where you're messing up right there. You're already telling me you're now going to have biased, incorrect, emotional based opinions that are based on you being mean. I said I just go with the truth, which is completely neutral.
How original, calling a woman emotional and saying her judgment's clouded by emotion. What an original take. Never heard that
sounds
before.
like that's like me saying that sounds like, hey, you just called a camera. That's unoriginal, but isn't it still a camera?
Most men that go through divorce will tell you that they didn't recognize their wife during the divorce proceedings. The woman they married was gone and had been replaced with someone who just wanted to win and was willing to go to any lengths to win all the assets and to win custody. That's why it's so important for men to be prepared if you're dealing with divorce. You have to do a lot of work on your own. And one of the ways you can do that is by reading Dad's Child Custody Action Plan. This is written by David, who's been a family lawyer in California for over 25 years. He's the founder of Dad's Law School. This book is going to help you state your case to the judge so the judge actually listens to you. It's going to help save money on legal bills. It's going to help you understand what you're up against. If you're a man that's going through divorce, who's dealing with a custody case, you can grab this book right here in my showcase.
My eyes are my photos. That's how I see it.
That's nice. Yeah, I like photos. Well, I'm gonna keep walking, but it was nice to meet you. Wow, rude.
What do you study?
Human nature.
Oh, is that major? Here?
Yeah.
Oh, how was that?
Study the power of eye contact. Yes.
Very interesting.
Yes.
But I do have a boyfriend, so I don't wanna.
Hi, excuse me. Hi, I want to give you a chance to meet a hot guy.
Huh?
I want to give you a chance to meet a hot guy.
A hot guy?
Yeah, what's up?
I
That was a horrible handshake.
Chinese.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cool. I met some cool Chinese people.
I'm sorry?
I met some cool Chinese people before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm reading the compilation of Oscar Wilde.
Oh, cool.
So I think that's fascinating because each book, it's like you never know what's going to happen, you know?
For the people who don't know, I'm gonna teach you how to not be a simp. If she don't follow you on Instagram, unfollow her. Unless she some type of celebrity, follow. If she don't message you back when you DM her, unfollow and unsend your DM. If you want to hit her and she just want to be your friend, cut her off. When you first take a girl out on a date, go to the park or somewhere free, because you got to see if she really with you or she just wants some free food. If she really with you, she'll go to the park, you feel me? That's a good day, you know, get a little blanket out, enjoy the air, talk, get to know each other, or go hiking something. Never double text. If she don't text you back, unless you done already been with her and you feel me, you already hitting her type, never double text her. If she want to go, let her go. Don't give out no free validation. If you not with me, you not getting no validation. I'm not telling you look good today. Fuck you. Last but not least, any form of disrespect, especially when y'all first meet, chop, 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 chop.
Do you feel women should be submissive in committed relationships?
Well, see, here's my thing about submissiveness. In the Bible, right, because that's where it comes from. People love in the Bible. In the Bible, it says you should be submissive to a God-fearing man. So if a man is God-fearing, no adultery, no none of that, right? Like a God-fearing man, of course you submit to that man. Am I submitting to Pookie down the street so he can lead me to? No.
Hi friends. I guess when I meant shoot your shot, I meant like if you've already read The Room, which let's talk about this for a second here, okay? So what does that look like? I'm open and interested. Well, not just me. Let's take me out of it. The girl, okay? She's looking at you and she's not like staring at you like, who's this creep? She's looking at you with interest. If I have to explain what that looks like, there might be a larger problem at play. But you know, it's the same thing if you're in business and you're trying to read your client. Is your client showing interest? Is your client open and eager to hearing what you have to sell or say? Or are they looking at you like, I'm bored? You know, like read. Hopefully you can take facial cues. Women are no different than men in terms of facial expressions, right? Like it shouldn't be that hard. And then also like when I say like shoot your shot, I'm not saying like do it to any female, anyone walking around with like just literally if they seem to be showing interest, if they're flirting with you, if they're, you know, I don't know, like I can't believe I have to explain this.
You know, I never really give my in-depth opinion on Passport Bros or the ethics of traveling to find a wife for various reasons. But the one thing I do want to point out is I feel like a lot of this conversation is disingenuous because it's coming from people who frankly never would have cared if they still were here. And I feel like that's why a lot of Passport Bros just don't listen to them, because it's like, I've been here my entire life and nobody cared a lick about me at all. But when I was down on my lowest and I said, you know what, let me go start over somewhere else where I think I have a chance. Now everyone's hopping down my throat because I left. And like, okay, ethics aside, and assuming everyone's an adult, assuming no one's being used, I can't say that like I don't understand why they're mad, right? Like if I was invisible my entire life and I go somewhere I'm not invisible and everyone who ignored me my entire life started berating me, I too would be like, go f yourself. And I think it just boils down to more about this concept of how more men are invisible than anything else. But I just want you guys to remember, if we really want to have an honest conversation about men traveling for dating or traveling to leverage their dollar, it can't come off as I care now that you left and I never cared if you were here, because that's automatically gonna go away.
One by one, you hang them high. Your hands are steady if you sleep at night.
Hey, listen, bro, I'm gonna say this real quick. If y'all don't know who that is, she's like a influencer, right? She be doing like mukbangs, ASMR videos and shit. And I guess she got a couple kids, and I guess she got divorced with some guy, right? Bro, you women in the comments are crazy. Why are y'all telling her to go be a? That makes no sense at all. Yes, I just opened my phone. This is the first video I see. Women like y'all try to keep other people, like, she's literally sad as right now. They probably had their all the ups and downs in their relationship, and she didn't want to see it at the end. But y'all solution for her, and she, y'all, the modern day women, she y'all to make her feel better. Y'all telling her to go be y'all. I saw this comment talking about just add some new members in your roster. What the?
And you know, the question was like, should you be submissive? One of the people were asking the question, do you feel like women should submit in relationships? And you know, one of the answers was well, you know, I don't think that I should have to submit if he's not a God-fearing man. Okay. Doesn't necessarily say God-fearing that you have to submit to. It says if your husband is leading you astray, then you know you kind of can't go that way. You kind of can't go that direction. But if that man ain't doing anything wrong, that is still your husband. So you still have to submit to him. Period. End of story. Y'all make up all of these excuses for why y'all don't want to do what y'all are supposed to do. That's what you're running into. I don't want to submit. I want this man to love me. I want this man to pay for this. I want this man to pay for that. You need to be submitting. If the man is not doing anything wrong, if he's not putting his hands on you, hey, let me follow what you got going on. Let me comprehend. Let me understand what you got going on. Problem is, y'all don't want to submit. That's it. Well, if he's a God, because y'all like to say, well, in the Bible it says, he who finds